Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Guide. I'm Emily, part of the engagement team here at Live and Local, and I can't wait to get started on today's edition of The Guide, exploring digital versus print. Today, we will delve into the advantages, challenges, and opportunities of traditional print-based marketing and compare it to digital alternatives. We understand that navigating the world of digital marketing can feel like venturing into uncharted territory, but fear not. Our dedicated team is here to assist you and help you embark on your journey toward effective and engaging digital marketing. A successful marketing campaign harmonizes both print and digital strategies. So let's dive in. In this video, we will take a look at a range of ways you can use both print and digital marketing as a tool to build your audience, communicate effectively, and increase ticket sales. We will be diving deeper, taking a look at traditional print marketing techniques, organic digital marketing techniques and its advantages, comparing paper and digital ticketing, and closing with some practical tools and tips to get you started in creating a successful hybrid marketing campaign. By now, I imagine you're all very familiar with traditional print publicity. For your events with Live and Local, this will be your printed A4 posters and A5 flyers. Traditional print marketing remains one of the most powerful promotional tools for rural touring events, particularly when reaching communities where personal connection, local visibility, and trusted communication channels matter the most. Let's take a look at what other industry professionals are saying in the short video from London Calling Arts.
There's always this idea that print is a dying medium and all the rest of it, but I think now more than ever, people really love tangible things. Print continues to be such an important part of a marketer's toolkit, particularly working in the arts.
When we were working at the Old Red Lion Theatre, there were loads of leaflets about, loads of flyers, and it created a kind of tangible sense of what kind of art was happening at the time.
I work across a range of different projects. Print has been a pretty critical part. We've targeted quite specific segments, queer theatre audiences, folk theatre, folk music people. The brochure and the flyer are still a really valuable tool.
When you've got printed material, it feels like a commitment psychologically. If you're getting messaging from different directions, you're browsing social media. In a cafe waiting for a friend, and there's a little rack of leaflets and they catch your eye. I think it goes into different little bits of the brain.
Everything's on your phones nowadays, and audiences really want something tangible to hold a momentum, a souvenir of the night, as well as just showing such variety, all the wonderful works that our industry is capable of.
For many rural audiences, especially older demographics or those with limited online engagement, print remains an essential source of event information. Posters and flyers provide a physical presence that digital advertising often cannot replicate, ensuring that an event becomes part of the everyday landscape of a community. Displayed in village halls, local shops, libraries, cafes, schools, and community notice boards, printed materials can repeatedly capture attention in places where residents naturally gather, reinforcing awareness over time. Let's take a look at some stats. From Culture Calling's research into the power of print, we can see that from the respondents surveyed, 55% of people said that they would keep and look at leaflets again. 24% reported that they would throw away a leaflet immediately, which highlights the importance of thoughtful and targeted print distribution. 43% of attendees preferred to read about events on paper, whilst 27% preferred websites. It's important to remember when looking at these statistics that they represent information about how people find out about events, not how they prefer to book tickets. We'll have more on booking trends later on in this video. Although we've established that print is key in a successful marketing campaign in attracting an audience, we all know print distribution takes time and is resource heavy. It's not always easy to distribute marketing materials. There may be limited space on notice boards. It may be difficult to gain access to displays. Businesses may refuse your posters and flyers, and materials may even be destroyed or removed without your knowledge. There is also the environmental impact to consider. As we all know, the printing processes and resources needed to create print marketing material leaves a negative carbon footprint. And what about your potential audiences from outside of the community? The younger, digital-centric audience. Audiences with accessibility challenges who struggle to get out into the community. What if something changes? The date, the time, or even the location of your event. Print marketing is a fantastic tool to make events visible, accessible, and embedded within the communities you serve, but they are static and can be restrictive. That's where combining a print campaign with a digital campaign comes in. Digital marketing can often seem more complicated than it is, and to get started, you only need some basic computer skills. In this section, we will look at different digital marketing approaches and explore platforms you can use to help spread the word and make your events more visible. We will take a look at using social media to raise awareness, using listing pages to become more visible, using QR codes as a marketing tool, using email and WhatsApp to reach audiences, and how you can use digital marketing to keep audiences informed. To get started, it's helpful to have some understanding of who will be viewing and consuming your digital content. So let's take a look at some digital audience trends. We'll begin by looking at social media demographics. There are a lot of social media platforms, each serve a different community of people and a different purpose. The mainstream channels are TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. For marketing your events, we're going to focus on two platforms, Instagram and Facebook, as they're the most accessible and cover the biggest age range. Instagram is a visual platform, relying heavily on image and video content, and is the most used platform by individuals aged 18 to 34. Facebook uses both image and text to reach its audience, most of whom fall into the 35 to 70 age category. Facebook is particularly useful for community groups and local events, and is therefore the platform we recommend for beginners. It's also worth noting that around 80% of social media users only access it through their mobile phones. So, you may be wondering how you can utilise social media to increase awareness of your events and convert the interest to ticket sales. And you may be wondering what we mean by organic digital marketing. The term organic marketing means growing awareness, engagement, and sales without paying directly for advertising placement, like paid advertisements. Basically, any marketing you do online for free. All of these suggestions are examples of organic digital marketing. You can use social media to create individual pages for each of your events and send an e-invite to people to take a look. You can share diverse, high-quality image and video content to give your audiences a better idea of what to expect and attract more audience members. With social media, you can schedule your entire digital campaign in advance at a time that's convenient for you, allowing you to share regular content without even having to think about it. You can include direct click-through links to your online ticketing platform or phone number if accessed via mobile, making the user booking experience easier and friendlier. Audiences can be updated on events in real time, meaning you can spread information quickly. There are opportunities to collaborate with artists and us here at Live and Local through tagging and collaborative posts to reach an even bigger audience. If you need any more information on how to do any of the marketing options in this list, please refer to other editions of the guide or ask a member of our team. Like print marketing, organic digital marketing has its own set of challenges. Firstly, it does require some basic knowledge of social media platforms. Social media is oversaturated with content, and it's easy for your hard work to be overlooked or forgotten about quickly. You may not always reach your intended audience the first time, and often its success can be reliant on engagement from audiences. Different channels often require a different approach, which can take time to establish. Despite the challenges, social media marketing can be rewarding and helps you to extend your audience reach beyond your local community. Let's take a look at other ways you can reach a wider audience using digital platforms. Some promoters believe that their audience don't know how to use QR codes, but I think you'd be surprised. Since the mid-2000s, QR codes have been widely used as a quick and effective way to access digital content. From ordering food to collecting a prescription, QR codes are embedded in everyday life and can be a great marketing tool for your campaign. QR codes can be used to direct people to ticket booking platforms, share engaging video content, build your social media following, share information about events, give audiences directions to your venue, collect feedback from your events, gather contact details, and much, much more. For more information on ways you can use QR codes and how to get started, please check out our previous version of the guide using QR codes, which you can find in the promoter area or by scanning the QR code to the side. Let's move on and take a look at using listing websites, WhatsApp, and email campaigns to extend your audience reach. Another great way to grow your audience reach is to submit your events to already established listing websites, such as What's On and your local council website. Many of these platforms operate a simple form system, which you fill out with your event details and an image, and it's reviewed by their team. Your event will then appear amongst other events in the area. When looking for listing sites, remember to look for your target audience. Try searching for events for families or live music events to extend your reach. Although many of these sites are free to use, do be careful, as some may ask for a fee to feature your event. You can also use WhatsApp and email to send targeted messages to your community. Remember, to do this you need permission from the individual, so do take a look at current GDPR guidelines before contacting anyone this way. Once you have permission, you can share video content, images, information and ticket links to your events to generate interest and sales. You can even ask that they share it to their friends and family to extend your reach. We can see that print and digital marketing reach different audiences and serve different purposes. Each offers unique opportunities and challenges, but these two marketing techniques work best together. Let's summarise some opportunities and challenges each presents. First, let's compare the amount of time it takes to create, distribute, and see results from your campaign. As you can see, setting up your print campaign is overall slower than setting up and launching your digital campaign due to design time, printing, and distribution. Print can often take days or weeks to reach your target audience, whereas digital marketing can reach your audience instantly. Print is static and is difficult to edit once it's been created and distributed. If edits need to be made, this takes significant time out of your marketing campaign. Digital campaigns, however, can be edited in real time, making it easy to make changes and allowing for small mistakes to be corrected quickly. Understanding whether your print marketing has been successful can take a lot of investigation and requires more of your time. Digital campaigns offer immediate analytics and feedback. In terms of your campaign's lifespan, you'll find that print has a longer lasting effect. People may take your flyer away and revisit it, or keep it as a reminder. Digital marketing is fast-paced and often has a short lifespan, so it's important to grab your audience's attention and remind them with regular posts. Engagement overall is much quicker with digital marketing, as an audience can react instantly. With print, this may be a slower process. In short, print marketing takes more time to produce and distribute, but can stay visible for longer. Digital marketing is much faster to launch, update and measure, making it ideal for quick campaigns and real-time interaction. Let's take a look at the impact of digital versus print campaigns next. In this section, we will take a quick look at the impact of print and digital campaigns on your audience and the planet. As mentioned previously, print campaigns often feel more personal and professional. Digital campaigns offer the opportunity to be more interactive, but can be overlooked in a very saturated market. Print is accessible for audiences with no access to the internet, but it's important to think carefully about where to put your print to reach these audiences. Digital marketing has a wider reach and can reach audiences outside of your community. When we look at the environmental impact, print does have a larger carbon footprint and does often create waste. Digital campaigns do also have a carbon footprint. However, this is much smaller and doesn't create physical waste. Overall, print marketing may create a stronger emotional connection, but it does have a larger visible environmental footprint due to paper and distribution. Digital marketing is usually faster and less physically wasteful, but it still affects the environment through electricity use, servers, and device energy consumption. Hopefully, these comparisons all show that a combination of both methods can be used to balance effectiveness, audience reach, and sustainability. Before we move on to ticketing, I want to draw your attention to this statistic from Culture Calling, which states 53% of purchases driven by print are completed online, demonstrating the way that print and digital interact and highlighting the importance of the two working together. This means that 53% of sales that originate from seeing a flyer or poster are then booked later on via online ticketing. This research is a great example of how print and digital come together to generate successful sales. Imagine you distribute 300 flyers, and 25% of those generate interest from potential audience members. That means that around 40 potential audience members will then look to online booking systems to book a ticket for your event. A lack of digital box office may result in a drop-off of those sales. So let's dig deeper into digital and print ticketing. When planning your event, you want to reach as many potential audience members as possible, and you may find yourself considering alternative ways to sell tickets. Over time, digital tickets have become increasingly popular, replacing many traditional physical print tickets. Both formats have advantages and disadvantages, depending on convenience, accessibility, security, and user preference. So let's start by looking at some advantages of each. Digital ticketing offers a series of advantages. Convenience. Users can access tickets instantly without printing them. Eco-friendly. Reduces paper waste and printing costs. Easy storage. Tickets are less likely to be lost because they are saved digitally. Fast distribution. Organisers can send tickets immediately through emails or apps. 24/7 box office. Tickets can be purchased at any time to suit the consumer. Enhanced security. QR codes and encryption reduce the risk of duplication or fraud. Physical tickets have their own set of advantages. Print tickets are simple to use. No electronic device or internet connection is needed. They're reliable. They work even if technology fails. For many, print tickets may be familiar and personal. Your audience may be used to purchasing their tickets this way, and face-to-face interaction gives you an opportunity to sell the show. They're memorable keepsakes. Many people enjoy collecting printed tickets as souvenirs, or you can use them as raffle tickets. Print is accessible for everyone and is useful for individuals who are less familiar with digital technology. When planning your event, you may be wondering which ticketing option you should choose to reach the widest possible audience. Both digital and physical print tickets serve the same purpose, but they meet different needs. Digital tickets offer speed, convenience, and environmental benefits, making them ideal for younger and further afield audiences. Physical tickets, however, remain valuable for reliability, accessibility, and sentimental value. The best choice depends on the situation and the preferences of the user. In order to reach as widely as possible, we recommend a combination of both. That way, your box office is fully accessible, and you can continue to grow your audience. Both organic marketing and paid advertising are similar in that both print and digital advertising have their place in a successful marketing campaign, and each serve a different purpose. In 4over4's Marketing Statistic 2026 report, they found that multi-channel campaigns that include print alongside digital see a 28% higher conversion rate than digital-only campaigns. This means that you could increase your ticket sales by 28% using a combined marketing strategy. You'll have seen throughout this edition of the guide that the overarching theme is that both print and digital are valuable in your marketing and sales efforts, something that I think this quote from the report sums up greatly. Print and digital aren't competitors, they're collaborators. With this in mind, let's finish this session by taking a quick look at an example of how to create a successful hybrid marketing campaign. When creating your marketing campaign, it helps to break your tasks down to manageable subgroups and calling upon your committee and volunteers to take control of one element of your campaign each. You can use our helpful hybrid marketing campaign template to set deadlines, assign tasks, and have a clear focus for your campaign. Scan the QR code here for the template or find it in the promoter area of the website. Let's do an example together now. Start your marketing campaign plan by identifying your key information. This will be the name of the event, the type of event, the date, time and venue, and who the show is for. Next, we need to set some goals for our campaign. This is a really important part of your campaign planning, as it will help you to focus your efforts on your objectives and steer your overall campaign. I'm sure increasing ticket sales is at the top of your goals for your events, but try not to overlook the more long-term results that can come from a successful marketing campaign. Increasing awareness of your venue can result in more attendance to other activities in your hall, and capturing audience information for a mailing list could result in more sales for events in the future. Next, it's helpful to establish your core marketing message. Consider who your show is for, what they will want to hear. Is it about the show itself, or more about the experience and the community? Make a list of the event's key selling points. These will help guide your marketing copy and conversations you may have with potential customers. When creating a marketing strategy, I like to break my tasks into traditional offline marketing and digital online marketing to allow me to use my team to their strengths. By setting a deadline for each task to be completed by and assigned roles between my team, it is easier to stay on track and work towards my goals. But it is worth looking at these two marketing channels together. For example, consider a WhatsApp campaign just before contacting community groups, as they may ask for something digital they can share easily with friends and family. Remember to utilise your team's skills to make your campaign as easy as possible, and take advantage of tools that allow you to schedule in advance. If you need help with additional marketing content, feel free to contact the artist and ask them if they have additional images or videos that you can use for your campaign. Alternatively, you can use free design software Canva to create graphics which can be downloaded and shared across channels. Before doing so, please speak to us directly to make sure that you have adhered to our design guidelines. Don't forget, create a QR code for your event that you can easily share to direct potential audience members to tickets and more information. You can even make a QR code for a YouTube video to offer the audiences a sneak peek at what to expect. Finally, make sure you keep a running total of your expenses to ensure you don't go over budget on your campaign. Although the example of £50 may feel like a lot of money, if you sell just 4 additional tickets at £15, you will have made all of your money back. Try to think of your marketing efforts in relation to the return on investment, and although you may not always see the return in ticket sales, you may well have gained other, just as valuable return on investment, such as visibility, subscribers, community connection, and even team upskill. We've covered a lot of information in this edition of the guide about the benefits and challenges of print versus digital marketing strategies, and I hope you can see how both of these marketing strategies have a place in your campaigns. Let's wrap up this session with a few key takeaways of how and why a hybrid marketing campaign may benefit us as promoters for rural communities. Print marketing is important to build visibility and trust. Printed flyers and posters give your venue and events credibility and reach your local community and those without internet access or digital knowledge. Digital marketing drives engagement, reaches new and further afield audiences, and importantly, converts your efforts to ticket sales. Consider print as a prompt. Use your print marketing to gain the attention of potential customers, and then use your digital marketing to convert their interest into a booking. Print tickets still have a place in your event planning, and for many are an expectation, but don't be afraid to run a digital box office alongside your traditional ticketing options. Online ticketing offers you a 24/7 accessible box office and reaches a different audience than printed tickets. Finally, take some time with your team to map out your hybrid marketing plan and work collaboratively to meet all of your goals. Thank you for taking the time to watch this episode of The Guide, and we hope the information has been useful for your marketing campaigns. As always, please do contact us with any questions. We're always happy to help, and a huge thank you for all of your hard work in bringing these events to your community.